This video we are doing ring gaps and crankshaft end float. Hang around to the end of the video and you'll see the results on why and what we did for our ring gaps and also our end float. If you guys are unsure on how to check your end float on a 1KD or for any engine for that matter, in this episode we're going to fix that. We're going to show you how to check your end float and you can apply this to any motor that you're working on. We're going to install the crank, we put the girdle back in, it's going in dry. We're going to put the thrust washers into the motor, install those, and then we'll see how that compares to the standard specifications for Toyota. Hopefully she'll be all good, or we'll have to get some different sizes and try and sand them down or get them machined to the right envelope. Alright, we'll put one of these in at a time because I've got to do it one-handed. And I just install them while the crank's in. Slip in like that. Move it up. Righto, the next one is a little bit tricky, but kind of have to hold these in there, slot that down in the hole, make sure they don't fall out. Grooves towards the crank so it lets oil in. We're doing this dry because we are measuring the end float and we won't be spinning the crank until this is done. We're doing the end float on this 1KD here, but if you want to see nitrous on a 1KD, we've got that on the channel, on the long form on YouTube on Shanksys Builds. Yeah, obviously we've been talking about that little nitrous video. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to chuck that up in the right hand corner or left or wherever it's going to go. It's a pretty funny video. We've got some banter between me and my brother. He's behind the camera now, Dave. Righto, so we got it all talked down and we can see the gauge has been zeroed out. The dial gauge has been zeroed out, and now we'll just check that, move that backwards and forwards. So we got about 0.1 of a millimeter of end float, and we'll come up here to the whiteboard and just check what it's meant to be. So the Toyota spec is either really tight and really loose, and that's okay, they reckon, but you want somewhere in the middle, and well, ours is 0.1 of a millimeter. Spot on, don't need to change nothing, don't need to get anything clearanced, we are good to go. Basically all the measurements for this motor is now done. Ring gaps are done, we can start assembling this. For those of you that don't know, we've got these machine pistons from Kaisen Fab. I'll leave a link in the description on where you can buy these from. So these have been delipped. These will stop your Toyota 1KD pistons cracking. They do a streak cut and a drag cut, which will have more of the bowl removed, lowers the compression a little bit. Don't want to run them in the street car, it's a little bit hazy, we can send it a bit more, but this is the street one because this is going in Monster and it's a daily driver, so we still want that compression, we still want that nice burn. It's not going to be running a heap of boost, but this just looks perfect on this machining. Righto, we're about to start filing our ring gaps, and these rings are actually too large for this bore. We've got the 0.75mm rings in the 0.5mm overbore on this block, and what that does is that allows us to actually file our ring gaps to the size that we want. If we were to use the 0.5 mil rings that we got with the pistons, the gaps are already too large, so we had to order these specially in. Now that we got them, we can target whatever ring gap we want. And so we're just installing the ring here into the bore. We'll grab our piston and we'll push it 1/2 inch down into the bore, just like that, checking that it's even all the way around. Then we'll grab our feeler gauges and we'll start checking the gap. I've already opened these ones up a little bit. There actually needs a couple more thou off with this Total Seal piston ring filer. Pretty awesome bit of gear. Put the rings into the ring filer, set it all down, zero it out, and if we want to take tooth thou off, we literally just wind in tooth thou and it'll grind it off. And you can do little bits at a time to get it perfect, but the machine's pretty accurate. Like if you need to make a 20 thou gap and you just take 20 thou off, you'll know you got a 20 thou gap. That's the best thing about it. Monster, and that's the spare for the drag car. Righto, ring gaps are all done, top and bottom, and they come up pretty good. I actually really like that Total Seal ring file. It's really accurate, and they're all perfect. So what we've done, the mid rings, actually see on there, they're 0.75, and these rings in the bore were basically butted together, and then you start opening it up on this tool right here. Yeah, pretty easy process once you get used to it. So middle ring 26 thou, perfect all round, and the top ring 21 thou. So we are good to go on the rings. So we'll install these on the piston soon. We'll look at putting this bottom end together very soon.